We're in Washington now, Daddy.
Hey guys, welcome to a wonderful edition of the Horror Appraisal today. We got a lot to say to you. We're gonna get to it. I'm Sam.
And I'm Evan.
And welcome to our special Scream Queen edition. We're gonna give you the top 20 best Scream Queens of all time.
That's right. Now, what we mean by Scream Queens is most notably ladies who not are just screamers, but have really been relevant and have contributed to the horror genre.
And we're not even limiting this to ladies, so
No, not necessarily.
There are going to be some surprises on there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe obvious in some respects, but maybe not.
Yeah. All right.
We want to also reiterate that this list was driven by a lot of viewers' selections.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But also, I mean, this was a really hard list.
Yeah, we took a long time really coming up with this list. We fought for some people, we each, me and Sam usually agree on a lot of stuff, but we kind of...
It's tough. We had to give and take a little.
We did.
All right, number 20, Ellen Sandweiss from The Evil Dead.
The Evil Dead. She plays Cheryl, and she's the first one to transform and go all creepy and scary, and it's such an influential film.
She gets a spot with that one performance.
Absolutely. Number 19 be Asia Argento from Demons, The Church.
Demons 2.
That's right. She was in Demons 2.
She's the daughter of Dario Argento. How are you not going to be highly influential in horror?
I mean, Land of the Dead. She's just, great contributor to the horror genre.
Number 18. Here's one of your surprises.
Stephen Geoffreys from Fright Night.
976 Evil.
976 Evil. Really cool actor who, if we're going to throw Scream Queens on there, great scream in Fright Night.
His screams in Fright Night are really, really great. I mean,
yeah, very, very cool. Number 17, PJ Souls, Halloween
and Carrie.
Carrie, yeah, absolutely.
What's the matter? Can't they get your ghost, Bob?
Yeah.
How are you gonna challenge that? Number 16, we almost put one person in this spot.
Yeah, this will be cool, I think.
But then we decided somebody else deserved it.
Number 16, we put an actress, maybe a lot of you haven't heard her. Her name's Eileen Dietz. She played, everyone always gives credit to Linda Blair for The Exorcist as the demon in the bed. In all actuality, that was never Linda Blair in the makeup in the bed. It was an actress named Eileen Dietz.
Eileen Dietz was really great, and she really gave us a nightmare.
And talk about, the vision.
We had fun meeting her, too.
We did.
Really
the
pleasant.
image of Reagan in the bed, possessed by the demon Pazuzu. If we're going to talk about notable contributions to the horror genre, that's got to make the list.
All right, so in the top 15, here we are, the top 15, things start to spice up a little bit. We start this one out with Barbara Crampton.
That's right, beautiful blonde bombshell, most notably known as the body that the head of David Gale's going down on in Reanimator.
Reanimator, From Beyond, Chopping Mall. She's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah, very cool chick. Number 14. This is another different one. We actually reviewed this film. One of our favorite Scream Queens.
Mark Patton.
Mark Patton from Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
I mean, how are you gonna get a girl to scream like him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you again.
Screamer.
You think you can do your best Mark Patton scream?
No.
Like when he's holding the glove and he realizes he killed
I can't
Schneider.
do it. My voice can't get that high. I can't do it. See? Now I'm embarrassed.
I don't know if I can either.
Well, anyway.
Something like that.
Yeah.
What's next?
That's pretty good. Up next is Margot Kidder. Margot Kidder. Go ahead.
Margot Kidder was in Black Christmas in
Amityville
Horror, but in Black Christmas she wasn't like what you really think of. She was this drunk kind of really bitchy person, but in Amityville she's more.
Yeah. Like I said, this list is not just people who can scream. This list is people who have given notable contributions to the horror genre.
Exactly.
So you got to put Margot Kidder in there for the original Amityville horror film and for the original Black Christmas.
Speaking of influential,
the
next one, number 12.
It'd be Adrienne King.
Friday the 13th fame and a wonderful person to meet.
Yeah, she's really hip. She's really nice.
She loves her wine.
Yeah. She makes wine apparently. She sells it when she goes to
art and stuff online, and she was amazing in Friday the 13th though.
She was. She was very, very notable.
What about the boy?
He's still out there. Very notable damsel in distress type role.
This next one we got a lot of votes for. We requested people to kind of tell us, and you all answered with this one. It's hard not to put her higher. There's just so many great people here, but it's Danielle Harris at number 11.
Yeah, I've met her a couple times. She's been in so many horror films. It's really hard not to put her on there. She, she helped revitalize the Halloween series that Rob Zombie made. She's in the Hatchet series.
She's actually really awesome, and I gotta say,
of course, she originated the role of in Halloween and Halloween 4 and 5 of Jamie.
Yeah, and she played in the Halloween remake, Halloween 1 and 2.
That's what I was saying.
She almost got killed in the Halloween remake, but you actually feel bad for her, what's happening to her in those, and I think that makes, she's...
Until she does get killed in the second one.
Yeah.
Who's next?
The next one, number 10. We could not leave this one on number 10. With one performance, this lady screamed her way into our hearts, and it is...
Carolyn Williams, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. She played Stretch. We talk about her throughout our whole review of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
You're not going to find many women that can scream like her. She has a very powerful set of lungs.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this next one, Sam, I think it's going to be a little controversial because it's not higher on our list. Now, I'm going to let Sam tell you who it is.
Y'all can flame me, but number 9, we had a hard time figuring out where to put this one, but it's Janet Leigh.
It is Janet Leigh. Now, guys, we're not saying that Janet Leigh's contribution to the horror genre isn't obvious, because it is. It's like the most iconic scene.
Psycho's an amazing
in movie history. Almost. By the way, this is a knife. I'm not doing something.
This is a jackknife. But I mean, she was amazing. All right, she was in The Fog too. I think it's really cool that she got to star with her daughter in The Fog. Just please forgive us for that, but I mean, I think you understand where we are, especially.
Also, remember that this is a list, so it's opinionated and it is for fun. So,
right.
Yeah.
Next,
number 8.
Perhaps one of the most broad horror actresses. She has a huge list of films. I mean,
okay, you keep making me think you're going to say something else. You said broad and then huge.
Anyway, Linnea Quigley.
Yeah. Return of the Living Dead.
Night of the Demons. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen that one in a really long time.
She was so awesome to meet. She's so friendly, and she's just done so much in the horror industry. How are you not gonna put her in there?
Absolutely. Number 7. Great. We had difficulty with this one.
Bush.
Because we wanted her to be higher on our list, but we got to give number 7 to Heather Langenkamp from Nightmare on Elm Street series, the original.
She was in the first one, number 3, and she was in New Nightmare.
New Nightmare. She's the first chick to take on Freddy. What else can you say?
She's the dream. Is it real?
She's iconic because, I mean, think about how iconic of a film that is. She's got to make it in that high on the list because she's such an important contribution to the horror genre.
Freddy is Freddy because of Nancy. I mean, it's
kind of like a one of those,
She, in a lot of ways, there was a little bit of a lull, but she really revitalized the.
I think Freddy would still be who he was without Nancy. He just wouldn't have.
I don't know if another girl really would have been good for his first adversary. I mean, it's just...
No, I don't disagree.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Next. We had a hard time picking between 5 and 6.
We did.
Next. Another wonderful lady we've met in person.
Number 6 is Dee Wallace. Most nobly known for, of course, The Howling.
Hills Have Eyes.
Hills Have Eyes.
Cujo.
She's Mom in E.T.
She was awesome in Lords of Salem.
Yeah.
She can really scream.
Yeah.
She is an ultimate vulnerable character.
She's been, she like going back to the damsel in distress motif. I mean, she definitely always fits that bill perfectly. And of course, that fits in so well with the horror genre that its contribution is overwhelmingly obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I have such fond feelings for Dee Wallace as far as like a horror actress, and I mean, when I think of Dee Wallace, I really think of great horror movies, and I really think of someone who's not just a bimbo.
That came out sounding a lot less creepy than I thought it was going to. Like, I have such deep feelings for Dee Wallace and having her chained in my basement.
Well,
Anyway.
All right, number 5. We're getting into the meat now.
Yep, we're on top 5 here. Man, you do the honors for top 5.
Number 5. This woman has taken many moments to talk with us, to be kind to us, to help us promote. When we met her at Scarefest, she took time out of her own signing schedule to hang out with us. She pulled us to the front of the line at the VIP party. We spent many hours just kind of talking with her, and it was awesome. Felissa Rose.
Felissa Rose, most notably from Sleepaway Camp. I mean, she's in one of the most notable slashers ever made.
It's one of the scariest characters.
Absolutely. Her contribution to the genre of horror goes unspoken. You know, if you're a fan of Sleepaway Camp, just such a shocking, surprising, thrilling, scary, terrifying, blood-curdling movie.
Additionally,
Adjective.
She's doing her part right now to make sure that the slasher stays alive. I mean, she's doing stuff like Camp Dread. And
Return to Sleepaway Camp that she did a few years ago. That was a cool slasher, man.
I enjoyed that movie a lot.
And she comes and she's in it. It was so great.
You didn't really think about her being in it, and then all of a sudden, hey, it's Felissa Rose. That's awesome. She's back. And one we have not gotten to see, but we're gonna do video on demand tonight. The Perfect House. Yeah.
Also, Jonathan Tiersten, her
cohort
from Sleepaway Camp, co-actor. Well, I don't know how to say that for some reason.
Anyway, moving on.
Number 4.
Go ahead.
Number 4 is one of my favorite actresses. She's been in absolutely some of my favorite films of all time.
She's a very pleasant person, too.
Absolutely, very pleasant in person. She's still got a great rack, too. That's Adrienne Barbeau from Swamp Thing, Creepshow, The Fog. How are you going to Escape from New York? How are you going to have a Scream Queen list without Adrienne Barbeau on it?
She's amazing.
I love her. Just tell it to call you Billy.
She's awesome. She's really intense and very, like, even now she's still very vibrant. You walk up and she's got this smile that just oozes confidence, and she's very lovely.
Yeah.
A personality.
Loverly. Yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3 is a great. This person is another person who one performance really puts her in the annals of Scream Queen history, and we're talking about, of course, the performance of Marilyn Burns from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The scene where she's tied up at the dinner table.
She gets the crap beat out of her literally in this film.
Yeah, and she's her. I believe that I'm watching a terrified person.
Well, I mean, they said that Tobe Hooper had her like crying. You know, she had been tied up for a long time. They were poking her with the stick in the bag, and I mean, what she went through in that movie, I buy that her feelings were really, really like that was her screaming, and she was actually being terrorized.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was so believable.
And then her maniacal laugh and kind of crying thing at the end when she's driving away.
That really drives it home for me, because she's pushed to the point of madness where she's gotten away, and she's still screaming and laughing and crying. Do you know how hard it is to scream, laugh, and cry all at the same time? She does it,
and she does like the inhale scream perfectly too. Like, but you couldn't ask for somebody more lovely and beautiful, and she still has...
We like lovely and beautiful people around here, don't we?
Yeah. All right, number 2.
Number 2.
A lot of you sent in replies for the request, and this one was an overwhelming number 1. But we decided we know better.
Yeah. Oh, man.
There's them that knows better.
Yeah. Number 2, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Miss Curtis herself.
Halloween.
The Fog.
Halloween 2, yeah, sorry.
But
Prom Night.
She's very obvious as a Scream Queen. She has a very blood-curdling scream. She's a very good protagonist. Well, very strong actress.
And like I said, this list is not just people who can scream loudly. This list is people who have contributed significantly to the horror genre.
Right.
Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean,
she was in a ton of movies
she's
in the 80s.
No-brainer. Absolutely.
But you want to hear where she can really scream? True Lies. She's screaming like every time you turn around.
That is true. It's a shame that we can't actually add True Lies to the list, but that's not a horror film, so.
Right. But I mean, if you're a fan of Halloween, you know that Jamie Lee Curtis belongs at the top. Number 1. Probably didn't think of this one, did you?
Yeah. But if we're going to talk about chicks specifically, or at least generally, who
is more of a scream queen than this woman?
Yeah, who's absolutely given great contribution in advocating horror, through different television shows and specials. It's Elvira.
Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Played by Cassandra Peterson. She's played the character for quite a while now, nearly, 30 years?
Another person we have had the pleasure to meet in costume. She's that bold, confident lady of the dark. And without the makeup, we met her, and she's a regular person. She's awesome.
Elvira is, if you look up sexy in the dictionary, you're not going to see a picture. You don't think you're not going to see a picture of Elvira?
Well, and what single horror icon has done more to promote the cheesy B movie, to promote the love of horror films?
Exactly.
With her driving classics.
Before there was Mystery Science Theater, which I love, there was Elvira. A host that will allow you to watch the movie and absorb it, still give you kind of cheesy.
Obviously, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, as a movie is not like it's not like going to be.
She did have a feature film.
It's not going to be in like our top 50 really as far as movies go.
No, but if we're talking about someone who's contributed to horror,
her on her own, she's amazing, simply amazing. Yeah. And I think we maybe talked about this. I hope we're on the same page with this. An honorable mention we just want to mention real quick. She's done some films recently. She kind of was a little bit not so much on like doing a whole lot of horror movies right on. She was in Nightmare on Elm Street. And then she came out with 2 movies recently that are just amazing. Yeah. And she gets her honorable mention. Yeah, and the honorable mention goes to Lynn Shaye. So I guess you could say she's number 21. And she was also in... Come on. Well, she was in the Insidious 1 and 2. Critters. Oh, yeah, she was in Critters. Franchise. Yeah, she was in Critters. Critters 1 and 2, yeah. Yeah. But, that's our list. You got... Like it or lump it. I really hope... this was 20 people. So hopefully 21 if you put 21 if we put honorable mention for Lynn Shaye. So surely, guys, we can find some common ground here. But guess what? We want to hear even if we don't have common ground. We want to hear whatever you have to say about it. So please comment. It's like anything else. This list will probably change tomorrow. Yeah. This is where we felt that it should be tonight when we made the actual video. Anyway, I'm Sam. And I'm Evan. Thank you for watching The Horror Appraisal. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.